Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a full card recap for UFC Vegas 50 UFC Fight Night Santos versus Ankalaev. Full card recap. It was a pretty great card until the ending kind of ruined it. Thank you, Ankalaev and Santos, for making that kind of not so entertaining fight. Starting with, but it's fine. It was pretty decent, but it was pretty decent, but the whole card was just really good. Starting with the early prelim opener of Azamat Murzakanov versus Tafon and Chukwi. Great performance by Murzakanov here. Got the flying knee KO in the third round. Out cold Chukwi. And yeah, Azamat got it done. And great performance to him. But this is Chukwi almost said. And Chukwi looked pretty decent, man. He looked good early on. Won the first 2 rounds clearly, I thought. And Azamat, third round, all of a sudden landed the flying knee. And he kept failing the takedowns, failing the big shots, started to slow down, got flying knee KO. I don't think he's going to be anything. I think he'll be good, but, like, he's 30. Oh, he's 32. I thought he was, like, 35. It literally said he was 35 before here. Okay, then. I thought he was really old, but he's 32 years old. I think he is going to... I don't think he's actually going to be anything. I think he's going to get... I think they should do him versus Khalil Roundtree Jr., which we'll get into the card, on the main card. But great win from him. Got the flying KO. And Chukwi was looking good, but that's him done. Down he goes. How old is Chukwi? 27. Still has a chance to rebound, but take some time off. That was a pretty bad KO. Great win from Azamat. I was worried for him, though. Really worried he was going to lose, and that was just be a fail of a debut. Good win from him, though. Moving on up the card. I picked Azamat, by the way. Guido Canetti versus Chris Matinho. Picked Guido Canetti here. I think that is an underdog. I think he was an underdog. He was a slight underdog here. I hear comments saying, "Oh, how bad is O'Malley for taking him to the third, and this Guido Canetti bum took him to the first round." You wanna know why? Chris Matinho. I'll get into the stoppage. Chris Matinho wasn't trying to win against O'Malley. He was trying to survive. He said that before the fight, like in the embedded series. He said, I'm not trying to win the fight. I'm trying to survive from O'Malley. Because O'Malley KOs everyone early on. KOs everyone fights. And he did really do that. Third round TKO stoppage was just unnecessary. Should have just survived into a decision. But here he was trying to actually win against Canetti. He was looking good. Matinho actually looking good. Just not ready for the UFC. Canetti wins it. We have to deal with this 42-year-old 9-6 prospect. Or not prospect. He's not even a prospect. He's just an old man. Good win from Kennedy, though. I picked him. 2-0 so far. Moving on up the card. Cody Brundage versus Dolce Lungiambula. I'm going to go with great performance by Brundage. I probably will never pick Lungiambula ever again. He was looking good early. I was like, don't screw this over. I was really annoyed. I wasn't confident about that at all. Good for everyone who picked Brundage, because that was a really good pick. But yeah, Dolce, we're looking good early. Stuffing the takedowns. Looking really good early. Landing the good punches. And yeah, Brundage eventually got caught in a guillotine. Never really got put in that situation before in his career. And kind of panic tapped in a way. Good win from Brundage. Dolce doesn't really want to be anything. His nickname doesn't live up to it. Champion. But yeah, good one from Brundage. Good one from Brundage. He can actually be something, because he went to a close decision with Nick Maximov. If he took that fight on full cap against Maximov, probably wins. And yeah, he probably beats William Knight in a rematch as well. Moving on up the card. Miranda Maverick versus Sabina Mazo. I went with Miranda Maverick here, 30-27 decision. Eventually gets the rear naked choke. I was maybe thinking picking her by rear naked choke, but I was like, you know what, Mazo's tough in that. Survived Alexis Davis in that. And survived Maria Agapova in the third round. Maverick, great win from Maverick, man. Maverick's a very good fighter. Very good fighter. 24 years old. I wouldn't rush if I was her. Wouldn't rush. Her only real loss is to Erin Blanchfield, and Blanchfield's a good person, a good prospect in that division. She beat Macy Barber. I don't care what you say. That was robbery of the year of 2021. But yeah, Maverick wins. Mazzo's just not really the best, and Maverick capitalized on the submission. So good for her. She was winning the first round anyways and dominated Mazzo. Good for Maverick. Moving on up the card. Damon Jackson versus Kamala Kirk. I'm gonna go with I went with Kamala Kirk here. Oh, by the way, I picked Maverick, so I'm 3-1 so far on the card. I went with Kamala Kirk here. A lot of people picked Damon Jackson. You know what? Damon Jackson's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie, he has personality as well. Pretty good personality. He should change his nickname, the Leech. Like, it's like he's copying Li Jingliang. It shouldn't be the Leech. It should be like the I don't know, like the the Warrior or something like that. The Leech doesn't really match him. But good wins though now over Charles Rosa and Kamala Kirk. And yeah, his only loss to Tapiria is looking really good, you know. Tapiria, just for beating him. Good for Tapiria, man. But yeah, Kamala Kirk, I thought he was gonna do a bit more on bottom. He didn't eventually did that. And yeah, Damon Jackson was just beating up Kamala Kirk, beat him on the feet as well, which was just really annoying to see from Kirk just getting hit by Damon Jackson. But Jackson's actually pretty good because he wants a ranked opponent. Well, we'll get to the submission. I forgot the submission. Yeah, he eventually saw the arm triangle. Was like, oh, I'm just gonna go for this. Kirk taps. He could have had a star on Kirk, but nope. Damon Jackson gets it done. Good for Damon Jackson. Calls for a ranked opponent. I had to take one more. Kirk did take this on short notice, and Charles Rosa is not really the best of wins, so I do him versus like I don't know, maybe like a I don't even mind like a Damon Jackson Ryan Hall, Damon Jackson under the feeler, or Damon Jackson with like a let's do that. Damon Jackson was like Hakeem Dawodu or something like that. I wouldn't mind that. Good win from him though. Moving on up the card, Javid Basharat. I want to say some things here. Javid Basharat got a huge win over Trevin Jones. I picked Javid Basharat to win this. Man, he looked awesome out there, man. Looked awesome. Pete, if you scored this fight 30-27 for Basharat, totally understand. It could be like that. If you score this fight 29-28 Basharat, it's understandable, but not really. That's understandable. Understandable again. If you score this 29-28 Jones, don't watch the sport. If you score this 30-27 Jones, I don't know what to say there. Just don't watch the sport. Good win from Javid Basharat though. He looked good out there, man. Really looked good. I think he was really good in this card. Yeah, out of everyone, he looked really good on this card, man. And the prelims, he was the best on the prelims. I guess there's like these guys, but like he looked really good. Javid Basharat won the first round clear. Second round was close. It can go either way. Third round, actually, I think Basharat slightly won the second round, but it was much closer. Third round, I still think it was Basharat. I said 29-28, 30-27, either way. Basharat won. No controversy there. Good win from not Jones. Good win from Basharat. He's really good. I can't wait to see what he does in the future. Moving on up the card. J.J. Aldrich versus Jillian Robertson. I really don't want to explain this one. You guys already know. Aldrich won it in a close competitive decision. I think it was pretty close. I scored it like 30-27 Aldrich. But it was competitive. Robertson made it competitive, but Aldrich was just a bit better. And again, Robertson took this on short notice. So yeah, good win from J.J. Aldrich. I picked her to win this. I picked Javid Basharat to win this as well. Good win from her. Moving on up the card. Sorry, I'm not explaining that one because it's a woman doesn't Matthew Semmelsberger versus headliner prelims. Matthew Semmelsberger versus A.J. Fletcher. Good performance by Semmelsberger, man. Really good. After the first round, really scared me because I was like, oh no, Fletcher's gonna win, and I was gonna be like shocked with Fletcher's performance, but Fletcher. I picked Semmelsberger to win by first round KO. Ended up getting a decision. Semmelsberger, got taken down early, but was still really calm though. Breathing through his nose, really calm still. Second round, did better, got the scrambles, was landing bigger shots on Fletcher. Third round was just all his. And it was scrappy at the end, but it was still Semmelsberger. And yeah, Semmelsberger won the fight really clearly, I thought. 20-28, winning the last 2 rounds. But you know, AJ Fletcher can still do it, man. I think he's really good still. 25 years old. It's his UFC debut. He can always rebound. But yeah, good for Matthew Semmelsberger though. I think he needs one more until ranked opponent. Call out Ian Gary. Gary's fighting Darian Weeks on the UFC 273 card. Volkanovski versus the Korean Zombie. So if Gary wins that, maybe he can do that fight. But I don't think Gary should look at that. I think he probably gets KO'd though. I think Semmelsberger could KO Gary. But yeah. Moving on up the card to the main card. Alex Pereira versus Bruno Silva. Great win from Alex Pereira, man. Great performance. Pereira looked awesome out there. He looked really good. He looked good out there. Pereira looked good. You know, Silva's really awesome, man. I'll give credit to Silva. I picked Pereira to win this fight. By the way, I picked the first round KO. Ended up getting the decision, like Semmelsberger. But, man, Bruno Silva looked good out there. Pereira did also, and I should be crediting Pereira because he is the official winner here. But, realistically, Pereira looked good out there. And Silva, they had a good scrap. Yeah, but Bruno Silva, if he wasn't gassed, man, if Silva wasn't gassed, he could win. Because round 1 was clear Pereira, you have to give it to him. Pretty even first round, but he landed a big flurry at the end, which kind of stole it. Most people looked at that and scored it for Pereira for that. Second round, Bruno Silva was looking good, but he just didn't have the cardio. In the third round, he started to get beat up. Could have been 10-8 round, honestly, but I just think Silva made it too scrappy. So I scored at 29-28, Pereira winning the first and third, but close, really close. I'm happy Pereira won though, because Silva, if he won, I said this in the last detailed predictions. If Silva won, it'd also be good because he's on a winning streak. But like, you got Pereira that has experience of Adesanya. Silva doesn't. Yeah.Moving off the card, Drew Dober versus Terrence McKinney. This one's kind of sad to me. Terrence McKinney lost. Man, I actually kind of hurt when I saw him got finished. Because he was actually close to actually beating Drew Dober. Dober got the win, though. That actually sucks, man. How old's McKinney? I want to say young so much. 27. I believe in him still. I believe in McKinney still to rebound. It was a bit of a jump up. Short notice. Things happen. I believe in him still. I do believe in him still. Tried to go for an early finish. Ended up losing. But yeah, I believe in him still. I believe in Terrence McKinney. He might be on a streak right now. You can go back and watch this video when he's on a huge winning streak again. But yeah, I believe in McKinney. Good win from Drew Dober, but more so McKinney just gassing out after going for a finish. Dober has a chin though, really good chin from Dober. And I'm happy Dober won as well, because he's actually really good. Called out Bobby Green. Let's make that matchup. I don't even mind that matchup. Yeah, I like Dober. I think he's cool also, but let's do him versus Bobby Green. McKinney can take on... Damn, who should McKinney cut now? He's 32 in the world. He's right here. Maybe do Terrence McKinney versus... Actually, don't rush him. Do him versus Grant Dawson. I really wanted that. I wanted that matchup after the first Yam win. So let's do that. Moving on up the card. Good one from Dober. Khalil Roundtree Jr. versus Carl Roberson. I went with Khalil Roundtree Jr. Second round KO. I said that would happen. He ended up getting that. That's the end of Roberson's career, right? Because that's 3 in a row, I want to say. Yeah, 3 in a row. And yeah. Marvin Vittori, Brendan Allen, Khalil Roundtree Jr. Both great names. 3 great names, but like, come on. And to Sheridan here as well, just to mention. Yeah, I think that's his career done. And I don't know. people were saying, you know what, the body kicks, some illegal body kicks, but they weren't illegal. He got dropped. It was a picture first round. Round 3 won it, I thought. He did a bit more. Second round, dropped Robertson really badly. Landed a body kick on the ground, but it's to the head where that's illegal, I think. To the body, it's not. And yeah, ended up finishing Robertson over. Good win from round 3. Ended up saying depression stuff after on the interview, saying like he's fans up, but yeah, he's on a 2. He's looking good lately. Medes Pekauskas, Carl Robertson, looking really better after that Praknio loss. Marcin Praknio, but yeah, great win from round 3. Moving on up the card to the feature fight of the card. Sadiq Yusuff versus Alex Caceres. I went with Sadiq Yusuff here by, what did I say he would win by? Like a close decision or something? What did I say? I don't know what I said. Either way, I said Sadiq would win. And he got the win. Close fight, though. Really close fight. I think you got to give that to Sadiq. I looked in all the comments. Not much robberies of this fight, so I think Yusuff won. People know that. Caceres clearly won round 1. Caceres clearly won round 1. He won round 1. Yusuff had a long time off. Round 2 was slightly Sadiq. He was doing a bit more with the leg kicks. That was just the key there. Third round was Sadiq all the way. It was scrappy though. Caceres made it a scrap. But let's go. Finally. Let's go. Sadiq Yusuff. He won. He's back. Looked good against Allen. He looked pretty good against Arnold Allen, to be fair. He won here. And yeah, Caceres is actually really good of a fighter. People don't give him that credit. But yeah, just because of his record. But yeah, good one from Sadiq Yusuff. Moving on up the card to the co-main event. Song Yadong versus Marlon Moraes. I went with Song Yadong here. First round KO. Ended up getting a first round KO. I was rooting for Moraes, man. I was actually rooting for him because Moraes used to be really. It's kind of sad of Moraes, man. I feel bad for him because he actually used to be a savage. Like Sterling, Rivera, Assunção. That Assunção performance was awesome. Like he destroyed all of them. You know, was destroying Cejudo, man. Was destroying Cejudo. I don't think he beat. I think ever since that Cejudo fight, he just hasn't looked the same. I know he won technically against Aldo here, but Aldo, I think he lost that fight, so technically he can be on a freaking 6-fight losing streak, which sounds crazy. So he could have that Aldo fight, saving his career. Lost to Sanhagen, Font, Devalishvili, even just close against Devalishvili. Yadong now getting KO'd. Maybe do him versus. I don't say he'd retire. I know he looked like he retired after, but he didn't. I don't think he did retire. But yeah, don't retire and fight Cody Garbrandt, please. Fight Cody Garbrandt, because whoever loses that can go home forever. Whoever wins can just get fed to like a contender. But do Moraes versus Garbrandt. Don't feed him to like Adrian Yanez. I don't want to see that. But yeah, good one, Yadong, though. Really good win, Yadong. I think he can definitely be something. He's still young. But yeah, good win. Moving on up the card to the main event, Magomed Ankalaev versus Thiago Santos. Pretty boring fight watching it live, but when you're watching it back, man, it's not as boring. It's like compared to like other fights on boring cards, fight night cards, because like all these fights were just scraps. That was just a little lackluster. I wish this wasn't on this card. This could have been a perfect card if we had like the main event here of. What do you have here is, like, if you had, like, listen, if you had, like, Max Holloway, Yair Rodriguez on this card, to finish off this card instead, that would have been a good card, but, man, it wasn't boring. It was kind of boring, though. Magomed Ankalaev has a boring fight, so is Santos. But, yeah, Ankalaev won 4-1. I think you can agree on that. I think he won the first, third, fourth, and fifth. Second round, he got dropped really badly. I was scared for Ankalaev, but, man, good one from Ankalaev. I don't have to really explain what happened, because you already really know. And Ankalaev, do him versus Anthony Smith next. and do Thiago Santos versus Dominic Reyes next. I think that's ideal. But yeah, I'd say one more. Ankalaev called for a title shot. If they give him it, don't. Maybe they do in some world where Alexander Rakic loses to Jan Blachowicz. And maybe then, just maybe, and then Glover Yuri wins. Either way, Glover wins against Yuri. You can maybe do that. With Blachowicz, you can say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know. He kind of needs Rakic to lose for him to maybe get one, but sucks for Ankalaev if he doesn't get a title shot. He shouldn't fight Anthony Smith. He's on a 3-fight winning streak. He's not going to fight another contender. Do him versus Ankalaev. Not fight him in an event. Put on pay-per-view on the main card, July, and do Santos versus I don't know. And do Ankalaev Smith on the Yuri Glover card. I wouldn't mind, just for Ankalaev can be a backup or something like that. I don't know. I don't mind. And do Santos versus Reyes on the July pay-per-view card, International Fight Week. I don't mind that. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching the full card recap for UFC Fight Night, Santos versus Ankalaev. And yeah, peace out, guys. Woo! Peace out.